feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene. You guys are watching Lubed for April the 4th, 2024. Outclassed in Texas. Where do we start, guys? Where do we start? Knobloch went in his post-game interview saying, the game could have been different. We hit this post, that post. Come on. That happens to every team, Not a good answer. However, I did get a very good answer from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and I'm actually going to play you his post-game comments. He didn't sound very cliche about it. He basically told it like it was, and I was like, you know what? Right on, Ryan. It's about time someone actually tells it like it is. And I was very pleased with that. So I will play that post-game clip from yesterday with him. It was brutal, man. It was a brutal game. Simple. Oilers really had a bit of an eye-opener of what they have to deal with going into the Stanley Cup playoffs this upcoming year, or in the next, 18 days now? 17 days? What is it? I don't know exactly. But, yeah, it was definitely an eye-opener. Got myself some new swag. Obviously, I got the hat for the last episode, and I got this beautiful, beautiful baseball jersey. And I did pay a nice little penny on it, but I didn't realize it came with a heart and a crest on there. I love it. Absolutely love this baseball jersey that I got. So some new swag going into the playoffs. To root the boys on. Obviously, I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. I'm going to actually grow out this portion of it while they stay in the playoffs, and then obviously I'll shave it afterward. But regardless, let's talk about the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. This was it was a crappy game. Let's call a spade a spade. The Oilers really were schooled in this game, even though statistically they didn't play too bad, but just a lot of things went wrong for them. They also did play Calvin Pickard, which is kind of theoretically the backup goalie, but still, it was an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener of what to expect in the next little while. Obviously, these two teams, if it goes the way it's right now lined up, it's going to be Vegas, Edmonton. I would imagine Dallas would play Winnipeg. Who knows how that series would go? But if Dallas is a very strong team right now, like wow, and Colorado is strong, so this is good. It's going to be interesting. Like it's, I think it's for the Western Conference this year. I think the Western Conference will win a cup. Who I don't know, but I think there's so many strong teams in the West. Yes, I know Boston's strong. But Boston was strong last year, and they got absolutely manhandled by the Florida Panthers, if you do recall. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. But I do think the Cup is coming home west, hopefully coming northwest to a little city called Edmonton, Alberta, but we'll see. Okay, let's get into this game here between the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. 5-0 was the final score of this game. Very disappointing. Came into work, and right away I was getting heckled by the boys, who are all Vancouver Canucks fans. So yeah, it was not a very pleasant morning. And then as the day went on, it's a little bit cooler out in that. Obviously, the little bug that I've been dealing with kind of flared up a little bit, and I was miserable all day. But as soon as I got home, I started feeling better. So I already told the boss I may not be in tomorrow, but right now it's looking like I'm going to just tough it out and head in tomorrow. But that's a different story. Let's get into this game here, as it started off in the first period with Radek Faska getting his 7th of the year from Sam Steele and Craig Smith. 1-0 Dallas. We go into the second period where Tyler Seguin gets his 23rd of the year on the power play from Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robinson. 2-0 Dallas. Again in the second period, Wyatt Johnson, his 30th of the year from Thomas Harley and Radek Faska. 3-0 Dallas. Jamie Benn, his 19th of the year from Logan Stanikoff and Wyatt Johnson. 4-0 Dallas. And that's right, guys. The Edmonton Oilers were shut out in this game as the Dallas Stars would defeat the Oilers 5-0. Sam Steele getting his 9th from Radek Faska, who had an absolutely fabulous night. And if I was doing Stars of the night, he would be, or if I was doing Stars for the opposing team, he definitely would have been on the list. But I don't do the Stars for the opposing team. And I almost called it a no-star showdown today, but I actually got some stars lined up when we get to that area. Okay, 5-0 is the final count. Let's go into the stat breakdown. As for shots on goal, it was, here's where the areas of the game kind of just didn't make sense. But the Oilers actually outshot the Stars 35-32. But I guess when it came to grade A plays, Stars definitely had the advantage. Hits 29-19, again, to the Oilers. The Dallas Stars did win the face-off battle as they won 53.6% of those. Came to the power play for the Oilers, 0-for-4. Yeah, 0-for-4. I don't know, man. Like, from a team that had like a record-shattering power play last year to where they are now, it's very disappointing to see. The penalty kill, 2-for-3, not bad, but not great. They were 66%. They allowed one power play goal for the Dallas Stars. Block shots, 22-7. I wonder if I got that stat correct. It might be 22-17. I think I goofed on that stat. So don't hold me to that because I don't remember it being at that outrageous, because if it was, it would get the but it's not that outrageous. Okay, let's go into takeaways. 8-2 for the Stars. Giveaways. Now the tenders. Calvin Pickard, he was an 844. Jake Ozinger obviously getting the shutout with 1,000. Okay. Now, you're probably saying, how are you coming up with the 3 stars? You know what? I'm basing the 3 stars off of hits, who was actually running players in, because obviously there was no offense. So you can't really go, okay, well, McDavid, 2 goals, 1 assist. There was nothing like that, right? So I looked at what I think is in a scoreless battle. I look at who was the workhorses. So I look at the hitters. So basically, that's all I'm basing it off of is the hitters. And my first pick is Vinny Desharnais with 4 hits. However, he was a -1. And that -1 is the factor of him being third or second, because in second star of the night is Adam Henrique, who had 4 hits, but he wasn't a minus player. He was actually an even player. And then my number 1 star for the night, I'm going to give this one to Evander. 5 hits. 5 hits for Evander. But that's it. Like, there was no offense. So, Evander, you get the star. Not exactly the brightest star, but you get a star. So, yeah. So, now the Edmonton Oilers take on another tough team tomorrow night. The first of 2 games that are going to be over the weekend here. On Friday, they take on the Avs. On Saturday, they do the final season with the Calgary Flames. And I think by that time, the Calgary Flames will be officially out of the mix. But we will see here. All right. So you got my take on this particular game. when I was watching the interviews and that, a lot like every time I watch post game interviews, it's very cliche. Like they're basically just saying certain things to just get through the thing and just saying, yeah, well, we could have done this and we should have got pucks in deep. And like, how many times do you hear that? But I actually did. Ryan Nugent Hopkins did come across a little bit cliche here, but he also sounded very honest. So, without further ado, let's listen to his post game comments.
Guess through the disappointment of taking on one of the best teams in the NHL and seeing a 5-0 score at the end of it.
Yeah, obviously not the way that we play hockey. I think we were all pretty happy with our first period. I thought we were skating well and created a lot of chances, and then they get that second one and we completely go off script, and that's not our game. That's not how we're going to win at any point in the season, especially with 9 games left against one of the best teams in the league. So it's disappointing, but we got a couple weeks here, a few weeks to figure that out, make sure that doesn't happen again, and this should be a good learning lesson for us.
Was it purely a result of self-inflicted wounds, making costly mistakes in your own zone?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of all over the ice. We were getting beat back. There, a 4-on-1 breakaways, 2-on-1s, completely talk about leaving picks out to dry there. At the end of the day, if you keep giving them chances like that, they're going to put some in. So, yeah, I think it was kind of all over the ice, but it's just managing pucks and getting beat back into high-scoring chances.
When it comes to the structure, was the undisciplined play a little bit of a concern, especially this late in the season?
Well, we know what we can do, how we can play. We shouldn't be concerned, but it's definitely a lesson that there's no nights where you can do that. No matter who you're playing, you get down a couple. It's about sticking with it. I think we've done a great job of that at times this year. It's just kind of being a confident group. Whether we're down a goal, 2 goals, it's having the belief that we're going to get the job done at the end of the day. And if we come up short, we're going to come up short playing the right way. And tonight, that wasn't the case, and we know that we're better than that.
As you guys try to get traction during that game, Ryan, was there anything or is there anything that can be said on the bench to try to get a little bit of traction at least halfway through this hockey game?
You try to, obviously, you got to try to stay positive and not dwell on what just happened, but at the same time, it's you can't go out and keep repeating the same mistakes, so the positivity only goes so far. I think that stretch of 5-10 minutes of just giving the puck back to them and letting their momentum just kind of take complete control of the game. We have to be able to stop that. We're a mature enough team to be able to stop that. We know we have it in here. Wasn't there tonight.
I love that one comment he said, positivity only goes so far. Yay, team. Let's go. We're doing good. We're doing good. No, you know what? We're doing crappy. So, yeah, I don't know. There was a few cliche comments that he said in there, but a lot of it really stood out for me, and that's why I thought I'd play that clip for you guys. Yeah, I think this is a team after that game. They're going to lick their battle wounds. They're going to pick themselves up. And we hope to see a much different team tomorrow night against the Colorado Avalanche. All right, I got myself a new poll on the channel here as we go forward. And we're going to also break down the latest standings throughout the Western Conference. Let's check it out right now. So my new poll question is, was last night's 5-0 loss to the Stars in brackets, wake-up call, better get our together, or a reality check? We're just not at their level. So chime in, guys. I'd like to see your votes. Also, a reminder that I am going to host the Sportsnet Fantasy Pool with my own group for this channel, the Lubed group. So I do want you guys to come in. If, of course, I still haven't got confirmation that Sportsnet is going to be doing this, I have to maybe take a peek at their website. But if they are doing it, and we will set up a group throughout the playoffs, I love doing this. It's for bragging rights. There's no prizes that I'm going to distribute on my part. However, if you are good enough in there, which when I say good enough, all across Canada, you can win yourself some pretty good prizes. I know in previous years, Sportsnet gave away Ram trucks. I don't know what else, but like they have some pretty good deals. But and it's free, but you also have to be the best in all of Canada, which is it's kind of tricky to do. You have to be really good. All right, let's take a look at the latest standings right now. As you can see, the Seattle Kraken are now officially eliminated, which is kind of weird because they have Seattle above Calgary, but Calgary is still in the mix, which I don't understand if that was a typo or what. But yeah, so Calgary's still in the mix. Anyway, really, there hasn't been much change positionally wise for who would play who in the playoffs. But that window of opportunity for St. Louis and Minnesota is definitely closing in, as it's really tough to maintain that wiggle room. The Oilers right now are fifth in the conference. They dropped after the last episode. They dropped from fourth to fifth. They actually gained fourth for one episode, which was kind of nice to see. But they are now fifth in the conference, second in the division, and set to take on the Golden Knights or the Los Angeles Kings. But right now, it's looking, 92 for the Vegas Golden Knights. And you know what? LA's got, like I said, LA has the easier schedule. So we'll see how this works out and how it plays out. But we'll go forward from that. Up next, we got two games that we're going to do previews on, which means I'm going to do a 2-game recap on Sunday. Yes, the Edmonton Oilers take on one of the hardest teams in the Western Conference on Friday night. And then one of the teams that they've absolutely owned this season in the Calgary Flames on Saturday night in Hockey Night Canada. For the finale of that series, the Oilers look to sweep out the Calgary Flames. Unfortunately, the Calgary Flames do not look like they are going to have their ticket in this year's postseason. So, yeah, that's kind of rough for Calgary fans. I mean, me personally, I don't really care. I'm an Edmonton Oilers fan. But when it came to the Battle of Alberta that we had a few years ago, it was exciting. It was exciting. So, it kind of sucks that Calgary's out. But like I say, I'd rather know that my team is in and their team is out. But I do like the Battle of Alberta. Battle of Alberta, well, at least what I remember when I was a kid, was pretty intense. Excuse me, got a cough there. It was intense. I remember Tim Hunter and all the fights. Lots of good stuff about it. But anyway, I'm babbling on and reminiscing on about that stuff. Let's break down these games here. As the Edmonton Oilers set to take on Colorado tomorrow night. Oh, I apologize, guys. The Edmonton Oilers are a favorite going into this game. Oh boy. I'm on live here and I'm coughing. I apologize, guys. Still have that bug. I'm still trying to deal with it. Colorado, fourth in goals. So that's a huge, huge thing. But the Edmonton Oilers are first. That's where they very much compare against each other. And of course, this one going to be at the Rogers Place in Edmonton, which you got the home ice advantage. Colorado is first in the league with shots on goal, second in the league on the power play at 27. So they are actually ahead of the power play compared to the Oilers. Oilers are 6th in the league with 24.5. Face-off percentage, they are 5th in the league at 52.6. Shooting percentage, 10th in the league. Goals allowed, they are 10th in the league. And when it comes to shots on goal, 5th in the league. Penalty minutes, 24th. And penalty kill is 15th, tied for 15th at 79.5. The last time they met, Colorado Avalanche won 3-2, March 16th, and I believe that was in Edmonton as well. Going into this game, the Colorado Avalanche have a record of 47, 22, and 6, with a record of and the Oilers have a record of 45, 24, and 5. Oilers are coming into this with a 2-game losing streak. Avalanche on a 1-game losing streak. The Avs are 7-2-1 in the last 10. The Oilers are 5-3-2. Alexander Georgiev is expected to start for the Avs with a record of 37, 15, and 4, 285 goals against average, and a 901 save percentage with 2 shutouts. Stuart Skinner will probably be getting this game as opposed to the Calgary Flames game with a record of 33, 14, and 5 with a 263 goals against average and a 906 save percentage with 2 shutouts. So, yeah, so it looks really like it's going to be a good battle for the Edmonton Oilers. That being said, the very next night, I don't know if it will be a good battle, but you think that the Oilers should be able to beat the Calgary Flames because that would be very upsetting. Going into this game, the Calgary Flames have a record of 34, 35, and 5. They are on their way out. They will be out probably by the time this game actually happens and will officially be out, or the Edmonton Oilers will send them packing for this playoff year after that game. If they win, that is, if they win. In the last 10, Calgary Flames struggling 3-7-0. They lost 1. Oilers, of course, 5-3-2. We already went over the Oilers stats. I'm not even going to bother with the Oilers stats here. I'm going to just tell you Calgary stats that really stand out. They're tied for 28th in the league with the power play, only 16.2% on the power play, which is brutal. Brutal to have your team 4th worst in the league on the power play, but that is the reality of the situation in Calgary. What's another one? They are tied for 20th for shooting percentage, tied for 21st for goals allowed. So it's just, it's just not a good year for the Flames. They say they're not on a rebuild, and they're on a retool. I honestly hate that premise of a retool. Either you're on a rebuild or you're going forward. This retooling and that is, I don't know. Who was it for Vancouver? Trevor Linden, when he was running the show there, he told I think it's the Aquilina brothers. I could be wrong on who the owners are, but he says, we got to rebuild this team. Right? And that was about 10 years ago. Nope, they just want to stick to a retool mode. And look, finally, the Vancouver Canucks, after 10 years of crappy hockey and not being a contender, they're finally in the picture again. And their fan base suffered throughout 10 years. So, I mean, if I think retool is just a way of trying to continue to sell tickets. And I get it. Like, you're an owner, you got to still pay their wages and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it usually doesn't work out very well for them. Okay, guys, we're going to go into final thoughts. If there's any comments, I will answer them very shortly here. And if not, I will wrap this up. And like I said, I will be back on Sunday to do a full recap of the Avalanche game and the Calgary Flames game. and hopefully I'll be feeling better by then. But the show must go on. And as you can see, here is the latest rundown for the pairings of the Stanley Cup Final for the Western Conference. This is just the Western Conference, as nothing has changed for who would play who in the in the playoffs. However, there has been a change on that bottom tier. As you can see, there's only 3 teams remaining, as the Seattle Kraken are officially eliminated out of this year's playoffs. And I think we're going to see Calgary eliminated by the time I do the next episode. I really feel that that's a strong possibility. As far as comments and questions go, I don't know if anyone, no one chimed in tonight. So yeah, we're just going to move on to wrapping this up here. If you are new to this channel and like the content I bring, and and actually to my new subscribers, I gained a few new ones. Thanks for joining on. I hope you enjoy the content and stay aboard. Like I say, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm a little bit off with my comments today, but normally I run a smoother channel. It's good to see you guys aboard and joining in. I will be doing this throughout the playoffs. I do shut it down during the summertime, and then I start up again in the fall. I don't run my Oiler channel all year round. I actually enjoy my summer. So that being said, to my loyal followers who have been with me for the last 3 years that I've started this channel, thanks again for supporting me. It's so awesome. And it's going to be really neat. I'm going to try to do some stuff in the playoffs, see if I can make a message screen or something like that, like where live messaging is going on. That would be really good. Maybe I'll even do some live games. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the playoffs, so bear with me. But other than that, guys, I think I'm done for tonight. I'm going to just go and rest myself out. Probably go to bed early tonight just so I can try to get somewhat ahead of this bug that's been bothering me for the last 2 weeks. Thought I was feeling good on Monday, went into work, but today was a rough day, and I was really prepared to. I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow, but I was prepared to. Well, I did tell my boss there's a chance I may not come in tomorrow because I was feeling pretty lousy. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. And we will see you on Sunday when I'll do a full recap of the Colorado Avalanche and the Calgary Flames game. That will be on Hockey Night on Canada on Saturday. Enjoy your weekend, guys. We'll talk to you on Sunday. Have a good one.